Well, it's been a while since I've done a video. I started a new job back in June and spent most of the summer out of town training and just been busy with life and travel and all of that. So I haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to make any videos, but there's a lot going on in the world right now, a lot going on in my life, and I have a lot of stuff to talk about. So I figured maybe it was time to make a new one. This new job that I've taken has, I've noticed that I don't really grasp things or catch on to everything quite as quick as I used to. I think this is the first time I've ever taken a new job where I kind of noticed that, I'm not learning all the new programs quite as quickly as I used to. That's probably has a lot to do with my ADHD, but a lot of it probably has to do with getting older too. And, that's been, I don't know, a little bit hard to take. I just, traveling and spending all those nights in a hotel room, I just don't weather it as well as I used to. And I guess this is the first time I'm really starting to notice that. So that's been interesting to think about and go through. I've had some challenges with my team this summer, adding to the pile of stress, adding to the other stuff to deal with. It's been, it's just, it's like I tell her, if I didn't care, if I didn't love you, if I didn't care, I'd let you do whatever you wanted, and it would be so much easier on me. But, the fact is I do care, and I have to try to do what's right and try to take care of her. And I don't know how many of you have teenage daughters, but this is my first one, and my God, it has been a challenge. Everybody says that, you just wait. Well, I know, but that doesn't, I'm here, and none of that helps. So if you're dealing with those teenage dramas at home, my heart goes out to you. Something else I thought about that I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit, especially when I compare this summer of 2025 for me to what my summer of 2024 was. And, I've realized that last summer was really, really great for me. It was the first time I had really gone out and kind of let loose and let myself have some fun, was doing a lot of dating, and just, kind of the first time since my divorce that I really, for the summer anyway, just went out and had a good time. And it was so great. I did, so many concerts and parties and going out and meeting people and dating. And then, this summer it's been completely different. It's been traveling, it's been work, it's been long hours driving thousands of miles, dealing with kids' issues, sleeping very few nights in my own bed. The stress of starting a new job, financial challenges, medical challenges, health challenges. Just, 2025 was a very, very different summer for me than 2024 was. And, I really had a lot of great momentum going back in the spring and coming into summer with pretty much everything, my mental health, my diet, my relationships, doing the keto, losing weight, getting all that, going to therapy, just had a lot of positive forward momentum going. And I knew when I took this new job that I was going to have to stop all of that for a while, or most of it anyway, because I just wasn't going to have the time or the energy, and I wasn't going to be at home. And I'm sure a lot of you understand, if you're trying to do a diet and a way of eating and all this and routines, if you're living out of a hotel room and you're in a different town, it's really hard to stick to that. And I didn't go way off the rails, but, I did lose some momentum, and it was harder to get it going than what I thought it would be. It was harder to reignite that. I was hoping that as soon as I was back home and back living and sleeping in my bed, that it would be easier than it was to get back on track with everything. But, as soon as I was done with these couple months of training, I started on the new job, and then there's the stress of that. And so I really feel like I'm just now at the point where I've got enough of a grasp on the new gig to where I can start doing, working on these other things again. And even just talking about getting back on track with stuff and trying to rebuild that momentum and get started again has made me feel better. And I'll tell you, getting back on the keto diet pretty strict over the last, 10 days or so, I really didn't realize how much that affected me. But it's between the better clarity that I have and the fact that I feel better when I'm eating that way. It's also, it works so well. It feels like I'm making progress, and then that is motivating, right? So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy or self-motivating, right? So that's been good, and getting back on track with that has kind of helped me to get motivated to get back on this other stuff that I've been working on, like, for example, this channel. I have a lot of stuff to talk about I haven't gotten to yet, and I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm doing and still figuring out the technical aspects of it and the style and all of that. But, I'm just going to keep making content, and if it resonates with anybody, great. If not, that's fine too. So if you have had some challenges recently, especially if you had started making some changes and going in the right direction, and you've had some setbacks, just the one thing I'll give myself credit for was, even when I didn't feel like doing it and didn't know when I was going to get back on track and put myself back in gear, so to speak, I still kept in the back of my mind, I didn't give up. I didn't let go of, I'm going to get back on track with these things. I've just got to get through this period. And I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have to get sidetracked and all that. But the point is, shit happens, right? You're going to get sidetracked. You're going to have things that derail your progress, derail your success. And what matters is whether you get up and start doing it again. So I know I've kind of had a lot of room for improvement lately, and didn't jump back on the horse as soon as I probably could have. And but that's what I'm going to do now. And maybe if one of you is feeling the same way, maybe this will help you out. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys got going on? Have you had a improvement project or something you've been working on that something set you back? Have you had it? Have you found it hard to get going again? Let me know. And again, it's a new channel, so if you'd like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And thanks for sticking around, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video.